Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at the 3 things you need to know to raise fry from these little guys to these ones. This video will cover everything you need to know about raising healthy and beautiful baby fish. So stick around to the very end so you don't miss anything, and let's get started. Number 1 is where to put your fry. This is all going to depend on what you have available. Maybe you have a spare tank to raise fry in, or you only have one and don't have any extra room. Best case scenario is to put your fry into their own tank. This makes sure that nothing can eat them and that you can monitor and feed them regularly, and they have ample space to grow. If you need a quick solution, you can always get a bin with a sponge filter and a heater. You can also raise them in a breeder box, which means no extra tanks, but it's not nearly enough room for babies over a couple weeks old. Your fry can live in a breeder box or a 5-gallon tank for a couple of weeks, but when they're starting to outgrow that tank or breeder box, they need a bigger place to live. You should choose an appropriate sized tank for the species. 20 to 40 gallons is the most popular grow-out tank size. If you don't have any extra space, you can put babies back into their tank where they were born, assuming they're big enough not to get eaten by the parents or any other fish. Number 2 is food. You should aim to feed your fish 3 to 5 times a day in small portions. Be careful if your fish have yolk sacs. Some fry are hatched with this and they feed off of it for the first couple of days, so you don't want to feed them while they have this. There are a lot of different kinds of foods, and I'll break them down. First, there are live foods. These are by far the most delicious and nutritious foods you can feed your fish. They have an enormous protein content, and the live food promotes natural behaviors like in the wild. Live foods include baby brine shrimp, daphnia, vinegar eels, microworms, infusoria, and many more. If you don't have live foods, the next best thing would be frozen foods, which is a great substitute. Second, there are dry foods. There are many fry pellets like Hikari First Bites, but you can also grind up flakes into a powder. It's really up to what you prefer, but just remember that the more variety the better. So feed a mix of all sorts of foods to your fish to keep them healthy. Before I go on to our last point, I just want to say if you guys are enjoying this video and want more content like this, please subscribe and like the video. It really helps us out a lot. Our third topic is water quality. This is essential for raising healthy fish. You should be doing water changes at least once a week, but ideally multiple times a week to keep your water extra clean. You'll also need a cycled mature filter to convert all of the fish waste. Another good idea is to put plants into your aquarium like stems, floaters, and submersibles. These will stop up nitrates at the end of the nitrogen cycle and provide cover and microorganisms for your fish to feed on. If you don't have clean water, your fry can stop growing as quickly, develop diseases, or even die, especially when they're this small and they're very fragile. That's the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.